Good morning, everybody. We can get the show on the road. Thank you all for coming here. My pleasure. My name is Vibhas Madan. It's really a privilege for me to be serving as the Dean of the Business College, and it's really great to see everybody here. This is the first one we'll be doing in a while in person. Lots of first things in person going on right now. So as you see, it's the 40th Annual Monetary Trade Conference, and also it's a special day today as we will be celebrating the Global Citizen Award with my colleague and friend George. So just a couple of things here. If you think about this, this is a special year for us. It's the 40th annual conference, but it is also the 100th year of the School of Business at LeBow. So it's kind of a really kind of special occasion. And one thing I just want to say, we've been doing this at LeBow, co-hosting this for over 20 years now. And these kinds of partnerships are really pivotal to what we think of in terms of our own impact, our own connections to the world outside, to the policy world. So this has been a real great partnership for us. And George actually was instrumental in bringing this to us more than 20 years ago. I still remember we were talking about it. The first topic was on population and demographics, and we're back talking about climate. So just a few things of that in terms of the last few years being kind of overused word, unprecedented and transitional. We talked about, of course, the pandemic, the issues that if you think about demographics, social justice, and, all of the transformations with technology, its impact on us, but underlying everything, of course, is climate. It was always there. So if you think about today, it's really about not talking about what's going to happen, but it's a real here and now when it comes to climate change. It's pretty clear on that. So today's going to be a really interesting day with the speakers in place talking about the societal impacts, the economic and financial impacts as well. And so these are things which we need to be, of course, having dialogues about, but also really having action over, and that is happening. So this is something which we are doing very consciously here at LeBow and Drexel as well. And that's a responsibility. It's not just about thinking, not just about our carbon footprint factors. We do that at LeBow and Drexel. We have a few green roofs here. And so these are important things to think about, but also in terms of our own mission. Looking at societal and climate impact is something which is central to what we are, not just what we do in our classes and our curriculum, but also more broadly. So on that front, one of the things we are doing is LeBow is a member of UN Prime, a signatory of that, which is basically our alliance with the Sustainable Development Goals. So these are things which are something which kind of really say you were really just not doing the talk, but kind of really getting in it, focusing on what really matters in terms of the impact. So again, just want to welcome everybody to the session today. Thank you to all the speakers for being here, and look forward to the discussion here today. And again, I think the real special thing for us personally is, of course, having George, all you've done, George, for this institution. I can tell you that a lot of people don't know this. I think this building here, and we're here because of George. So George, thank you so much for all you've done for us. With that, I'd like to introduce my colleague and GIC Chair, Bill Kennedy. Bill.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm Bill Kennedy, Chairman at the GIC based here in Philadelphia. The Global Citizen Award is delivered to individuals who have shown tremendous support and effort in helping the GIC achieve its mission. And that is being able to use policy and the study of policy, both monetary, fiscal, trade, for the greater good of society and to help improve living standards. We're very happy and honored to recognize previous award winners. Peter Gold, who's with us today, was a recipient of the award in 2018, I believe it was. And Jill, is Tony here? Okay, so maybe another award winner coming in. You'll have a medal on. You'll recognize him when he comes in. But we are delighted, as Vibhas said, to honor George Tsetsekos for his dedication over a decade to the Global Interdependence Center. clearly an unwavering commitment to the organization, helping to advance the organization financially, academically, through membership, and through his leadership in a number of ways. I'd like to just highlight a few of those. So George served in this seat as chair of the board from 2013 to 2014, and he championed a number of programs, not just during his chair, but during his time with the GIC, including this conference, the AMT, and we are very happy to be celebrating its 40th anniversary. In addition, the partnership here at Drexel LeBow was something that George helped to launch, and that also included the annual conference on sovereign debt, which has been very influential and now going into its 6th year in 2023. And through these conferences and his participation both in domestic programming and international programming, George has convened a very impressive list of distinguished guests and policy experts, both domestic and international, that have helped to achieve the GIC mission and has really contributed a huge amount to our efforts to deliver greater insight on policy. So it's been over 15 years with the GIC, and we'd like to thank George clearly for making huge impact in financial leadership through the organization. We've seen George raise over $200,000 in support of the GIC during that time, which has really put us on strong financial footing. So on behalf of the board of directors and on behalf of all the members of the Global Interdependence Center, it's my great honor to recognize George Tsetsekos with this year's Global Citizen.
Thank you. This is what you get when you show up most of the time. In an organization for 15 years, so 15 or more years. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I'm honored for this recognition. I think my colleagues at GIC have overstated my, if any, contributions I have made over a period of time. I'm especially pleased and humbled to be included in a roster of very many distinguished honorees of the past, including Peter Gold, who his leadership helped me shape up a new agenda for GIC, which is your contributions on setting up the College of Central Bankers made me motivated enough to set up another set of conferences. The Sovereign Debt Restructuring Conference is now 6th year. Phil, thank you for the kind words that you mentioned about my contributions, what I have done for GIC. However, it's missed in the translation what GIC has done, not only for me, but for many students of mine that have been exposed in a multifaceted way to programs, to activities and events that GIC has sponsored in collaboration with the LeBow College of Business. It's very difficult to explain or to imagine the contributions that have been made to the knowledge and experience networking of those students that are not present with us. But it has been for at least 15 years where many students participated in international programs, in events. I do remember that we went to Spain, Finland, London, where anywhere where GIC was offering a program, somehow magically a group of LeBow students were with the speakers and those individuals that they organized the program. So this is an immense contribution that GIC has made towards the knowledge and experience, but awareness of what it is that we do. And let me say, this started just 15 years or so ago, when I had a very pleasant, a very brief discussion with two individuals, David Kodak and Bill Dungerberg. And it was an innocent discussion. And at the end of the discussion, I felt that I need to participate in the activities of GIC. Since then, so many years and so many good things happened, but I'm very committed to the mission, which is improving or generating a dialogue for interdependence. The world, it's a cliche to say, it's an interdependent, even though politicians try to polarize several parts of the population, but at the end of the day, all of us are together. At the end of the day, there is integration in the economies, there's co-dependence, mutual understanding and collaboration. At the end of the day, we are co-integrated. This is a nice word that I use from statistics. So given all those kind of things, I think one other element that's so important to me is that at the time when I served as Dean of LeBow, at that time we were trying to educate the future business leaders with their understanding of the global international environment. I think GIC gave us a different platform, and this platform was associated with educating future global citizens with the understanding of business. And this is a different dimension in the business education that is so unique. And I think Vibhas, Madan, our dean now, really is moving towards this direction in educating our students, not only on the mechanics and the issues related to business, but also on the global environment in making those students more global citizens. I want to thank GIC. I want to thank Phil and all the colleagues of the board and the friends that I have made over so many years. Thank you very much.